Welcome to our press conference with the Zambia national team coach, Mr. Avram Grant. He will share with us on matters around preparations and the game itself, and he will also be able to tell us who he has entrusted with the responsibility of being part of his squad for the two games. Firstly, on the 23rd of March in Ndola. It's an 18 hours kickoff, and the next one, which will be on Sunday in South Africa against Lesotho. So, Coach, welcome.
Thank you.
Over to you, Coach. Just give us a layout of what's ahead of us as we prepare for the two games.
Okay, first, I'm very excited for these two games. I'm sure all of you was in my first press conference when I arrived here. The target is to put Zambia on the map. The long target, not the longest target, is to be able to be first time in the World Cup. In order to do this, we need to build a very good team, strong team. And we are starting the first step in the next week. 2 games against Lesotho that also can give us more step forward to African. Because we have a long-term target, we have a short-term target, everything connecting. And we are starting the first step. I'm very excited. I was traveling in monitoring players in Europe and Tanzania, and also in the league here, and last week also in the Cup, to watch as many as I can football players, to speak with them, to see how they are. And also we did a camp for the local players to see them between themselves, how they are playing. I was very happy from the camp. The players was give their best, a lot of effort. And I think the first step, as I called it, to make Zambia a strong team. We started already, but the most important now is the games against Lesotho. I'm very excited, looking forward for these games. It will not be easy. I saw Lesotho by the videos few times in a few games. Very, very tough team. They drew 0-0 with Ivory Coast and they could win in the last moment, a few minutes before. So it's a tough game, but our target is to win in Ndola. We need the support of the supporters. To be honest with you, I don't know the difference between Lusaka to Ndola, but I heard that it's the first time.
In a long time, yeah.
First time in a long time that we are playing in Ndola. So one thing about the national team that everybody support, or supposed to be the national team and everybody behind. It's not the club that one like the club or not like the club. I know that also everybody is a coach, but supporters, we want them to be behind the team. We need them. I must tell you that, I don't know if you know, I'm doing a walking. This is my hobby. So I do a walk with my staff in the last days. As you know, we have a staff. It's the time to introduce the staff. Moses Sishona, assistant coach. Marco Balbul, assistant coach, also was with me in West Ham Partizan and in Thailand, and also was a coach of Maccabi Haifa. We brought analysts that have experience, young analysts that have experience in England. Moses Firi, goalkeeper coach. Jamie Lawrence, former Premier League player, was with me in Ghana when we reached final and semi-final. Fitness coach and other local staff that they really are doing their best. We was in the cup, are doing the best that the team will succeed. A very good staff we have, the local with the combination of others. And as you know, today in the modern football, without the staff around, they don't have a chance. We need each one of them, and we are starting this process, and everybody wants, from the president to the others, to do their best that the team will succeed. So I'll be back again to the game against Lesotho. Very important game, as you know, but for me it's only the first step on the way to put Zambia in a much better place than we are now.
In terms of the list, we should be able to circulate the list, but the coach, where's it?
No, it's very simple. After we watch the players, I couldn't see them all live, but today We are lucky that we have the technology to see them by videos, a lot of videos. We have a very good analysis that we saw all the players, and this is the squad that we choose for the moment. 27 players, including Mabika, that I hope he will have we can speak about him later. I hope he will have the passport. So this is the squad. It was very hard to choose the squad because the local players was not a big difference between them, and everybody did their best. So I hope the players that I choose will prove themselves, and the door is still open for everybody. National team is not closed club. It's a club that everybody that will follow 3 criterions can join it. First, quality. Second, passion. And third, the willing to sacrifice yourself for the country, that everybody will be happy and to show it on the pitch. So if you follow these 3 criterions, the door is open for everybody. If you don't follow even each one of them, we will not take the player, because even if the players have quality and is not willing to give everything for the country, we will not take him. But on the other hand, you need to show quality, you need to show passion in the highest level. About this, I will not compromise, and I'm not compromised. But I must say that all the players that I spoke with them abroad, when I watched them, and I was lucky to see a lot of games in 1 month, and the players that was in the local camp follow these criterions. They gave everything. So now is the time to see it on the pitch, on the game of in Andola, and I'm sure you will see a team that will do everything to win.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach, for those remarks. This is the point where you get to interact with the coach. You are going to ask your questions around the 2 games. Just introduce yourself and ask 1 question at least. If there will be more time, we can ask a second round of questions. So the floor is open, and the squad has been circulated, so you can ask your questions. Yes?
Okay. Coach, I think the most worrying thing at the moment is the goalkeeping department, where we have seen our reliable goalkeepers not having enough game time, even at their clubs. We've also seen you making a change on the goalkeeper train. Does it indicate that you are really worried in terms of goalkeeping department?
Yeah, first, 2 from the 3 are playing. Lawrence is playing in Power Dynamos, and you spoke about Toaster. Yes, Toaster played very well for the national team. He didn't play in the last games, but he played the last game, and he played very well. I saw the game. So I think he deserved to come. About goalkeepers, it's one of the positions that sometimes even he didn't play is coming. I think he deserved to be in the camp, and in the camp we will see if he's in a good shape, he will play. That's why we have 3 goalkeepers. Each one of them can play.
Yes, sir.
Driver from USTV. Coach, like you earlier said, all the 18 plus Zambians are coaches. And looking at this list, of course, there are some names that will come out after this goes on social media and the like. What is it exactly that you are looking in the players that you've selected?
First, quality. Second, passion, I told you before. Third, they show that they are willing to serve the country, not just themselves. Because national team is a very unique. This is why I like to be in national team. If you are doing well, all the nation is happy. Everybody is happy. Even the people that criticize you are happy. So to do that, you need to come with that attitude and I think in the squad that I checked, by the way, other players also, yes, I checked there is all these 3 parameters to be deserved to be in the national team. But maybe I made a mistake, so they need to prove themselves. They need to prove themselves, and who will prove himself will stay in the squad. And who will prove himself in the league, in any league that he's playing, also the door is open for him. I want to tell you that it was very difficult after our 3 days with the local players. I enjoyed very much. It was very difficult to choose between the self. Even the players that I choose in their position, there is a player that the difference is not so big. But still, I need to choose. I cannot choose everybody.
Yes, I see a hand.
Bright Table from the Mast. Coach, just wanted to find out if you have settled on the captain.
Not yet, because I spoke with the player. It's a good question, but I need to see it in the trainings. I need to see the players face to face, how they behave, how this. Then I will decide about the captain. It's a new for me, so I don't want to be based on information that I get from others. I want to base about what I see.
Yes.
My name is Robinson. I'm from Zambia. Because I just want to find out maybe how much you know about Lesotho, and maybe just how you look at our chances of qualifying for the 2023 Africa Cup.
I saw Lesotho, all the games that they're playing, by the videos. Yes, I saw all the games, including the last game against Malawi. We analyze the game. That's why we have analysts on the top level, and you have us, by the way, also local assistant that also I think have a future, because today so we watch all the games, we analyze the game, we analyze everything that connecting to them. I think we know everything about them. They have advantage, of course, that they don't have almost players that play outside, so they are training together, and it's a very hard team to play. As I told you, as you know, they drew against Ivory Coast, with Ivory Coast won against us 3-1, 0-0, and they could win the game. So I expect a difficult game, but I don't care if I think every game today is difficult. The days that was 4-0, 5-0 finish in Europe, in Africa, the days that I with Ghana beat Mauritius 7-1 finish. Today everybody play tactically very difficult, but still I think we have the quality to win against them. I wish I had more days to train with all the team, but you know FIFA rules don't allow this to us, and CAF is not helping us because we have a window of 8 days, which in my plan is to use any day to put the team together, monitor together, because few of the players are playing 19, so they will come on the 20 late. So we have only 2 days to train with them and to put them together. I wish I had more days, but this is what I have. I think CAF can help us. CAF can help us because the window is until the 28th. As we don't need to play in the 26th. In Europe, all the second games is the 28 or 27. And I spoke also with CAF about this. But this is a fact. We cannot change it. So we don't speak about this anymore between ourselves. We try to do the best with this situation. It will not be easy game, but I always say to my team, we don't have easy game, but for them also need to be difficult game.
Do we have, yes?
Coach, my name is Chansa. I'm coming from ZNBC. I have seen the squad, and most of the names here are, so to say, household names, and there are a few inclusions. Just what thought did you have when giving these players that you've given, most of the new names, a chance? What did they do to earn this place?
There was very good in the training camp. There was good when I saw them in the league or in the games that I saw them, and I think they follow about the criteria that can help us today and can help us in the future. Of course, they need to prove themselves. But I think so far they deserve it because they proved themselves in the games that I saw them and in the game in the 3 days in the camp.
Yes.
Kelvin from TotalEnergies. Coach, I wanted to find out from you, following the training that you had with the local players, what do you think is Zambia's weakness going into this match that you feel might give you a lot of work to improve?
I think there is a very good base to work with because the players really have passion. They love football. They want to train. They have quality. Of course, in football, no one has the same quality. Some are better, some are others. But I think we need to invest in more about the pitches. The pitches need to be better. Let's say we came to the pitch was not in a very good situation, and I think also about give the coaches more tools to understand what's going around the world by the tactical side, the strategy side, everything that connects into football. We need to give them more tools and not stay only what's happened in Zambia. And I think this will be improved. The players really want, they gave everything. I was very happy from this. But there is things that they need to learn by the tactical side, about the position, about other things. And I must tell you that they are very keen to learn. They even ask what we can do better, and everything. I was very surprised from the local team. I must tell you, it was more than my expectation. The players, and it was very difficult to choose the players. It was very chosen. If I chose a midfield players, I can tell you that behind him was Selulani Fury, that was also good. If I choose Kelvin, behind him was Augustin that was very good, and Siakombo that also very good. If I choose Katebe, behind him was Luca Banda that also showed that he's good. So it was, there is more names, but it was difficult. They make my life hard what to choose, but I say always to the player, when my life is hard to choose between you, it means that you are doing a good job. I think we need to play more as a team. I think there is, I don't want to go into it, but there's more distance between players that we need to cover, pass the ball more quickly. I think to play more as a team, less than individuals, and that's what we need to work it. That's why I wanted more days, but I'm not a guy to complain. I just say the problem, and then my job is to solve the problem. But the teamwork needs to be improved, no doubt about this. And about the individuals, I cannot say, because if I choose the players, it means that they will show a lot of passion. So about this, I don't want to speak if it was good before or not good before. I'm speaking about now, and from now, what will be good for Zambia. No doubt that in Zambia there is a talent, but no doubt that we had a lot of work to do to do it. And that's why I was very happy when the president assigned me, said to me, I want to build a team for the future also. But I came not just for the future, present and future, which I'm sure that if we will do the process well, we will be in the World Cup and we will show that it's a good team. But I always remember that the other teams also have quality. So we need, like you said, and you said it well, we need to improve. I think we need to improve in all the department, but a few departments are in a good situation. But my target that everything will be better each game even.
The last question. Yes.
Let them ask. Let them finish. Let them ask if they have questions. Don't have problem.
Difficult or easy will it be for you to come up with your starting 11? And where do you think the heart of the team is when you look at the players that you've assembled?
My target in this training, in this few days that we have, that it will be very difficult for me to choose the 11. If it will be easy, it's not good. That the more than 11 or 12 or 13 or 14 players show that they deserve to be in the 11, because football is not the starting 11. It's also the players that come from the bench and can win the game for us. So my target that it will be very difficult. If it will be easy for me to choose the 11, it means that the players, or they are not doing a good job, or the difference between the 11 to the other is very big. I don't like it. A big team depends on at least, how to say, 16, 18 players that deserve to play, and even in the squad, players that deserve to be in the squad, but it always will be said, oh, he needed to be also in the squad, why he's not in the squad. This is good. So when my life is difficult about this, it means that the players are doing a good job. But as I told you, it's the first time that I see everybody together. I saw most of the squad in the games, and I spoke with them. With the local players, I was close to them, and as I told you a few times, I really enjoyed for them. And from the others I saw in the games, most of them, I spoke with them face to face. I think from my experience, I saw that they really want to give everything. But like he said, we are here, and we need to be here. So my job is to close the gap.
Okay. The coach says he can take a few more questions. So yes.
Okay. Thank you, coach, for giving me an opportunity. You traveled to Tanzania. I think you saw three players. We have three players. I've seen Cletus, and I've seen Kenneth Sonda. Yes. Moses is not here. Would we say you didn't meet your expectations, or maybe you didn't meet the quality you are looking for? Because what we hear is that he's doing quite well in that league.
First, you have to do well. Many players that did well, they are not in the squad now. No? So I didn't have chance to meet him. I didn't have chance to meet Chama. I met Kennedy Musonda, and I saw all of them players. I don't, in my way, I never speak about players that are not in the squad. I speak only the players that are chosen in the squad. They deserve to be in the squad. I didn't leave any Messi out of the squad, I can assure you. But the door is open for everybody. Players from different reasons not in the squad, or they are good but they don't want to sacrifice themselves for the country, or they are after injuries, or many things. So I'm concentrated about the players that I choose. The players that I choose, I think they are the best to do this job. But the door is open for everybody still. I will keep watching the players around the world and around Africa and the local, because I think the squad is okay, but the door will be always open for players that deserve show themselves, and the players that, like everybody, that we will show that they are not, that I made a mistake and they don't deserve to be in the squad. I don't think it will happen, but it can be happen.
Yes, Coach, it's me again. I know you've talked about not being scared of pressure and all that, and I've seen in the past few days, fans have been mentioning Sarah from Lesotho, who scored a race against Zambia the last time Zambia played Lesotho at the COSAFA tournament, and shots have been fired. What is your reaction to what fans are saying with regards to Sarah coming to add more salt on the Zambia
I
bones?
didn't understand the question. What is it?
There's a player, he says, who scored against Zambia the last time Lesotho won. So the player is in the squad. So he says, does that add any pressure on your end? That this
When
player-
they won?
Zambia was beaten by Lesotho at the
COSAFA.
COSAFA tournament.
So it's
And this player scored a brace against Zambia.
yeah.
Now fans are saying he's coming to Zambia to cause another upset. I wanted your reaction to that.
I'm sure that even they didn't say that they come here. They don't come here to let us win. They come to embarrass us. We know what their target, but we have our own target. They will come to embarrass us. They will come to do whatever. I heard even few things that they said, which normally in football players don't say that, but they say that. So I think it's even, we have motivation anyway, but it will be one point for us to do it. We are doing everything that the people that coming to the stadium, the people that not coming to the stadium, the people that in Zambia will be happy. We want to show a team that is hard to beat, and we are aware that the other team also have their own desire. So it's a battle. That's why football today games is not so easy. So we need to be more clever than them and fight more than them, and that's what we want to show. And they can say whatever they say. It's very good. For them. It's very good that they won 2-1, but it belongs to the history. We are talking about the future now, and it's 1 point. If it's give to the players one more point to prove themselves and to show them, I'm not talking about revenge, but if they want also revenge, I will not be against it.
It's a take on Patson Daka. We've seen his struggle in the last 3 months or so, and only scored the previous weekend. What are your thoughts on his season so far as he comes to the national team?
As you know, I know a little bit the Premier League, and it's not easy. Every Premier League club have top players. Any club, 5 strikers, 4 strikers. When I was in my teams, we had 5 strikers. Each one of them was top. The competition is very high. That's why I went to see his training. I don't know if you know. I was 3 hours in -2. I will never do it again. And I watch all the training. Also, his coach, by the way, was my reserve coach when I was in Chelsea. And I spoke with him a lot about Dhaka, and I saw him training. No doubt that the training at this level is more even than the games in other countries. And he trained very well. I went specially to see him. He was very good. He trained, he showed a lot of effort. And I'm not surprised that he scored a goal, because he was not with the head down. He was fighting even in training. He was fantastic in the training. He scored a goal, and I'm sure he will score more in the Premier League. But he needs also to deal with this competition. Every club, you don't prove yourself, you are 2 months in the bench, then you are playing and you become a hero. So he's in the highest level. I think he's got used to it. For me, was good that I was watching him in the training, and I saw the training was in high intensity, like all the training in England, and he did well. That encouraged me to call him to the team.
Are you considering him your number one striker?
Huh?
Against Lesotho, are you considering him your number one striker?
Look, we cannot predict the future. Even my job is to predict the future. But we can base about what we see and about what the past. I think he did well for Ghana, for Zambia national team. He did very well. And what I saw in the training, he can do it now. If he will start in the 11, I need to see in the training and then decide.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll take the last 2 questions, even if the coach asks me to stay here.
No,
Last question.
they don't want to go home.
Yeah, Coach, I see, as someone who has followed this Malika issue very closely, I think we've had these assurances that the process is done. Even as we speak, there is that assurance that the process is done. But it is possible that even by the time we play Lesotho, we will still be with the assurance that the process is being completed. How will it affect your game plan in an event that the process is still not completed by the time?
About Mabika?
Yes.
Lesotho.
Look, we have 4 defenders, 4 central defenders in the national team that I'm sure they will do a good job. But about Mabika, I must tell you one thing. We saw Morocco. I was in the World Cup, from FIFA, and I saw Morocco. Morocco have players that was not even one time in Morocco. And their parents was in Morocco, or I don't know, one player was born in Morocco and left after 1 year, and they took them to the national team, and they do well. I think one of them even was Zaish, the captain. I think this is what's happened all over the world now. So we have a player that was born in Zambia, and I spoke with him because I wanted to see if he follow my 3 criterions. And he was so happy to come and play for Zambia, because if I spoke with him, I see that he's doing a favor or he's coming like this, I wouldn't take him. Because as I told you, we didn't leave any Maradona or any even John Terry out of the. We need the players that want to go do everything from Zambia. And to be honest with you, you know that the difference between a player that play and not play is not big different. Like we have Messi and the other is there. So Mabika, I was very impressed how he talked. He said, I want to come. He said even, if I will have the passport, I will come, because he's playing on the 19 and we are starting 20, I will come before. I will speak with the coach. And he's in the squad of Miami, which Miami have 40 players in the squad. He's always on the bench. Also, so I was very impressed from this, and I said we can use this player. And I saw him also by the video where he played last year, and he played several positions. I said he deserves to be in the squad because he have the quality, he have passion. He spoke like more Zambian than the Zambian people. So I don't want to involve in politics, but I think they needed to issue his passport 1 month ago when he showed this desire, and he was born here. I think they needed to issue the passport before. So they told me there is a political issue, and I will tell you one thing. There is one thing in my life, I never go to political issue. But for the football side, I think the nation need to be proud that there is a player that have a quality, that was born here, and want very much to serve the country. Pity that they didn't arrange the passport before, because now even they arrange it until he will come and everything. And he was even ready to give up. So I don't want to speak about this subject anymore, because I think what was done until now, it was wrong. But people make mistakes. I hope it's only mistake and we will solve the problem. So if he will be here, we'll be very happy. If not, it's also okay.
Okay. Sandra.
Question was on Mabika, but nevertheless, I'll ask you something else. Looking at where Zambia lies on the log, on the AFCON log, how crucial are these two back-to-back fixtures?
The Soto games?
It's the 2 games.
It's very important because we need to take the points if you want to be an African. So even I believe very much in a long-term process. I think football is not a normal business. That a long-term process when you start to build a building, and only when the building is ready you have advantage. We need to advantage from the next game. It's very important games for us because if we take the points in this game, we will be, how do you say, very close to African, that we was not there many years, and I think we can perform also well there. And then also I will have more days to be with the team, which is also can improve them. It's very, very important games for us. I know that it's important also for Lesotho, but I'm not the coach of Lesotho. I'm concerned about this. I think Zambia have a good future, and I think for the people around it, really they are doing everything. We still have a long way to go, but we are on the right way. And one of the things, football is a game of result. We need to bring the result, and we need the support of everybody, including you, to be behind these young players that want to do everything for the country. And we will do everything to win this game. Because first, I want that it will be part of the culture, part of the nature of the players, to come to the pitch, even against teams that are less good than us, or even their team that is much better than us, to show courage to win, to try to win all the games. This needs to be one of the DNA of us. And anyhow, we need the points. We want to be an African. Last one, okay, last one.
Yes, Coach.
Last or last before last?
Sure. I do understand that you've talked about how hard and difficult it has been for you to come up with this team, but particularly on the defenders and on the left back defenders. From this list, I can only sing out from my knowledge Roderick Kawe as a natural left back, who at times has come under criticism because he has been used mostly as an attacking left winger. Does this tells us to say the local league has not been able to provide you with natural left back defenders?
I think when you come to national teams, it's not clubs. In clubs, when I don't have a striker, I will buy a striker. If I don't have a defender, I will buy a friend. In national team, you need to take the best from the players that you know. I will not answer you directly to your question, but you are clever enough to know that in few positions, this generation have problems. So we need to count about the future generation that will provide us what we need. And I think there is talent, but there is few positions that the country don't have for the moment top players, even they are doing the best. But this is part of it, part of our job. It's a national team. Sometimes you don't have a generation. Sometimes you have a generation of defenders, like Zambia had 10 years ago. Sometimes you have a generation of striker, and sometimes you have a good generation that in all the positions you have good. In this case, we need to create that we will not have a weak side. And I think this squad is answer about the present and the future of this country.
Thank you very much. On that note, we have come to the end of the press conference. Just take note that we will be counting on you people to help us spread the word that tickets are already on sale for the game. Obviously, ShopRite is the outlet for the tickets. And also take note that the team will regroup in Ndola on Sunday for the full camp. And in case of anything, I'm sure you can still compare notes with us. And Coach, wish you all the best for this assignment.
Thank you. Oh.
Okay.
Maybe as we release the coach, this one is for you. When do we start expecting foreign players to start arriving?
Well, it depends on the games they are playing, but obviously starting Sunday, there should be arrivals up to maybe Monday. The plan is that whoever is playing should be able to start off for camp immediately after the game. So the arrangements are being finalized depending on the fixtures. So Sunday, it's almost everyone who is ready to be in camp should be in camp.
And the players are playing Sunday, will come on Monday.
Monday, yes. So the window is Sunday to Monday.
Coach, thank you so much for the interaction.
Thank you, thank you.
See you.